Okay.
Hey there, and welcome one and all to another Toonkind D&D game. I am your DM of the day, Morskijez, also known as Morski. And we're here on the road trip to recovery, because some people have been kind enough to, let me kick down the door and, hey, you need some fluff, I can help there. So, would the lovely people who were willing to indulge me introduce themselves and their characters? Starting from the top.
Okay. So hi, my name's Ray, and I'm playing Amaranth Rosabelle. Yeah.
Cool.
She's a pony. Yeah.
And we love her.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shadow, you're up.
Okay. I'm currently going to be playing the Little Miss. She's a humanoid, a Frankenelli toon with little fox paws. She is currently unconscious right now due to the events of the last game. But
she sure is.
She'll get better. Don't worry. Okay.
We'll get to that.
I hope so.
God.
Hi, I'm Arrows. I will be playing the skeleton Nebula Rose. He's been having a time. Yeah.
Understandable, man.
All been having a time.
That's a way.
The time is shared.
Having a time, the game.
Having a time together as a group.
Sharing trauma.
Community trauma.
Well, you know what they say, misery loves company.
Nothing like bonding over a traumatic event.
Oh, is it my turn now?
It's your turn.
I was about to say, hey, Staria, you're up.
I was so busy memeing, I forgot I'm also a person that exists. Hi, I'm Staria, and I will be playing Nuclear-Roboto, finally back in the present times, because I am a stickler to having a comprehensive timeline.
The line, you know it.
He is doing. I don't know what else I can say. He's here. Yep.
Understandable, have a nice.
That is understandable.
And I guess that leaves me. I'm Zen, and I'll be playing Penscrib, the little cat man. Boy, things sure did happen.
They sure did.
Yeah, going off of that, you will manage to escape from a certain very cursed town with some friends, and you manage to go to another town over in Tezu, Canada. And I think you all, to be blunt, need a bit of a break. It's thankfully a pretty chill town. You're probably all attempting to recover a bit, split ways with certain people. Gotta figure out what to do next, and, yeah, how's everyone feeling right now?
Not.
Amaranth is she's barely talking right now. She's not okay.
Yeah, Nebula's exhausted. His highlights are pretty much just completely black at this point, I think. Yeah, he's not doing great.
Speaking of highlights,
I don't think any of them are doing great.
yeah, no. Also speaking of highlights, Robato's usually very bright purple eyes are currently a very dim purple.
Nebula and Roboto handshake at lights in their eyes that whose brightness determines their emotional state.
Yeah.
I feel like Penn is at least a little bit mad that all of this happened. Like, screw the mayor of Faire Weather, man. If he didn't have like this child that desperately needs medical attention, like he would be storming back in there to attempt to kill the mayor.
Oh gosh.
If not for the laws of this land, there would be a man dead today.
Oh,
We're
the
not to
laws
be
of this land. If not for this small unconscious child.
Yeah, fair laws who listens to laws in this party. Anyways,
If it weren't for our priorities being saving this tiny child, we would have done murder.
it's understandable.
Were not for this tiny child, we would have slaughtered you.
I feel like that needs to be drawn at some point.
Set for our next game.
I am then going to ask all of you, so you're in town. I imagine you all want to find a place to stay, and you also want to find a doctor. So hey, can you give me something along the lines of either investigation or perception, or even survival, whatever you think fits most for what your character would do to find a place to stay and a doctor.
Morski, can I use my physical dice? Because I do not trust Dice Berser for this game.
Yeah, feel free,
God.
just write the result in the chat.
Yep. So, what's their
I do not
investigation,
have
Mr.
actual
Robot
dice.
Man? That's
6
6.
bad rolls continue.
Oh, F-Pen.
Oh,
Starting off
Nebula got
strong.
a dirty 20, so
Holy shit.
Oh, nice.
Starting off strong, baby.
Perception.
Nice.
No.
oh, I don't think that you missed the D in there, Staria.
I did not.
Investigation. Okay.
I'm rolling
Oh,
with a
that's
physical
right.
dice.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. Sorry, sorry.
You're
Problem.
good.
That's why I asked if I could use a physical dice.
Oh, and Ray, you too. Shadow, well, I think Little Miss is a bit unconscious for that.
Yeah, she is
So
incredibly
inside of her-
unconscious right now.
No, not. Okay. 15.
Okay, so, of the looking around, what did you all roll? I know for
I
Nebula
rolled
that was
investigation.
an investigation. Okay.
I did
rolled-
investigation.
I rolled either insight or investigation. They're both the same.
Okay. Well then, with your investigation, Pen, I think you're a bit too angry right now to pay attention.
Angie Kibi.
Yeah, someone please draw a pen with Angie mean.
No talk me Angie.
No talk me Angie.
I will do it once I get spoons.
Yes.
And Amaranth, you're also under stress to say the least, but you'd at least find the rough area that seems that might be good. And following off of that, Nebula, Roboto, you two are on a roll. Things aren't good, but you need a place to stay and you need a doctor, so
They are extremely intent on this.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Roboto
like
is
I
is just purely business.
yeah, I feel like Roboto is the one to actually find the place. Cause I mean, hey, you've also traveled a lot too, haven't you? You have some experience with finding inns.
Yeah.
Well, Nebula, you do in fact manage to find a doctor, a pretty decent one at that.
Good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that you've all managed to get into your hotel room, agreed all of that, and you have a place to stay for the night. Let's see. Man, doctor, roll better. Considering that was a 20 and a 22, I'll say this doctor is good enough that he gets advantage. No, apparently that's a 13. Okay,
God.
well. Shadow, with a 13, what does the doctor get on your little lady?
With a 13, well, obviously the limb is gone. That is apparent.
No kidding.
Yeah, that is apparent. It is covered in. He probably wouldn't know, but it's the limb or what's left of it is covered in the swamp sap, which is has prevented bleeding and has also numbed the area. So she's able to sleep soundly because she's not in any physical pain as of yet. He could see that this is gonna be a bit. I don't know if I'm really allowed to say it, but maybe it looks like it was bitten off. He could tell that much.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Honey.
It was bitten off, and he probably won't be able to see what kind of animal it was. But it is healing. It's starting to heal. Yes. He could just treat it as any other person who's lost a limb. But if it's a doctor from a small town, I don't know if he would have the resources or the knowledge to be able to do a.
He'd have it. He'd have it.
He'd have it. Okay.
This town is a harbor town, and the dude's a decent doctor.
Okay.
You have there is a legit hospital in this place, so.
Okay. So you'd probably be able to at least bandage it up a bit more, just as a precaution. Of course, the sap doesn't seem to be wanting to come off anytime soon, but you guys all know how to, be able to remove that.
Oh yeah, does someone still have the, swamp flower perfume, any of that on them that we could use?
I don't remember if I think Roboto still has a vial. But I think Roboto will just hand the tell the doctor about that and let the doctor deal with it.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
If the town is located close to Faire Weather, some of the residents there might actually have it. I can remember they used to give them out as souvenir samples.
Worrying. Cool.
I mean, if it's located there, and if anybody there even bothered to go to Faire Weather.
Well, we'll find out more about that when you all decide to explore town.
Right.
I will say then, the doctor does take in this knowledge. He does then treat the limb as well as he can. Can he tell anything about how come Little Miss is unconscious right now? 'Cause that bite wound isn't exactly a new one, is it?
No, it is not new. He would guess she may have just fainted from. Of course, it'd be hard to determine because she's not in any physical pain. She wouldn't have fainted from shock. She would have done that a long time ago. She could just be that it's just the general exhaustion from just possibly just the fact that she's just missing a limb. And the fact that she seems a bit, as I said, she doesn't look very well maintained. It looks like she's kind of been living on her own for a while, so yeah, there's that. He doesn't know that, obviously, but it obviously looks like she's been not cared for by anybody, very well. Cleansing wise.
Yeah. Well,
Baby!
Doc is going to do his best and essentially tell all of you this, and he'll advise that, if possible, make sure she keeps off of her limb. He'll actually, he will give you guys a crutch or like a crutch that can help her with walking for when she does wake up. And generally advises like, hey, make sure she make sure she eats decently and gets all of that sorted out, and he'll let you all be.
Thank you, Doctor.
You get a nod in response.
Yeah, Roboto isn't like saying anything, but he just sort of like nods at the doctor's direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's fair then to say that you're all able to like actually get a night's sleep. I'm trying to figure out how many beds are there in this room.
Hold on. I think Nebula has gotten his own room. For reasons.
Okay.
One moment while I roll for his dreams. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Genuinely.
Okay.
He did not have any dreams.
Slept like a log, which you know what's fair.
Yeah.
And I don't think it matters to about how many beds there are. I think he just either like sits on the couch or like on the floor next to like a wall or something.
Yeah. I'll say then there are 2 beds like per room, so.
Yeah, Nebula, I will say that when he wakes up, he's gonna join the others. His own room is purely for sleeping purposes.
That's
Hen
fair.
does not need a whole bed. Hen will take a pillow off one of the beds. That's big enough.
Oh my god.
Oh, honey.
Oh, so cute. Gosh.
If you wake up during the night, you will find that Roboto is awake.
Oh, Roboto.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
Emma stayed unconscious
like
the whole
it.
time.
Amaranth sleeps and yet does not sleep at the same time. She's like a light sleep. She's turned into a light sleeper during these times. Anything will wake her up for a while.
That's fair.
I just got a mental
Yeah.
Does
image
she
of
share a
the-
room with anybody?
Technically with Penn, Roboto, and Little Miss,
I just-
since I believe Nebula decided to go sleep on his own for he-who reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a secret. He has nightmares, and when he has nightmares, sometimes he'll have magic surges, and sometimes those magic surges can hurt people. So he will stay out of range.
Fun fact, Roboto doesn't need to sleep.
Nice.
Oh.
So,
Robot.
yeah, he who robot. So he's just, so it's just gonna be, so it's kind of both funny and kind of unnerving, to just, you might, like, if you wake up during the night and, like, lock eyes with him, he's just like, he might give you he might acknowledge you, might not, you know, who knows.
I feel like Amaranth experiences that the most, with her being, like, kind of sleeping, kind of not.
Yeah.
I got a mental image of the Little Miss just like kind of been placed in one of those bed drawers. You know, like you pull a drawer out, you make a bed.
That's adorable, though. That is adorable, but also there is a whole bed. My own image is that, like, Little Miss has an entire bed to herself. Amaranth and Penn are just sharing.
She's buried in blankets and pillows. She has a pillow nest.
Yes.
Oh.
She might feel
So,
sleep
like,
a little easier if she had somebody with her, but no, that's fine. Just saying.
I'll say Robato's probably like in the room with her, so like nothing to make sure nothing's bad's happening.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Amaranth is when she wakes up the first time and sees Roboto like, "Whoa, wow, you do not sleep, do you?"
No.
That's fair.
Oh. I will say with all of this then, the night passes, hey, it's morning again. And if anyone decides to look out the window, you'll see, like, it's a pretty average town in Tezu, Canada. Which means it's anime as peck, and it's pretty lively, actually.
Yeah, if it's morning, Nebula's gonna go and knock on their door to be let in.
Roboto's probably gonna be the one opening the door, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Behold, your motley crew of friends and child you've all decided to adopt.
Behold, your shared trauma.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Welcome to the trauma zone.
Yeah. When Roboto enters the door, I think Nebula's just gonna be like, "How's the little miss?"
Well, she's still sleeping, so
Still?
yeah.
Yeah, Shadow, on that note, how does the little miss seem?
She seems to relatively at ease, I guess. She's hasn't moved from since when you laid her down on there. She might have wrapped maybe one arm around a pillow, though she seems sound asleep at the moment.
Okay.
I think Nebula's gonna kind of walk up to her and look her over. I think like he's gonna do a medicine check just to make sure.
Thank you, Nebula. Please do better than our poor doctor friend. The dice are deciding no, it seems.
No.
Should I also roll medicine? I'm also gonna roll.
Go for it.
What's my medicine? It's a +1, right? Because that's a wisdom roll. And that's a decent roll, actually.
Yeah.
I did forget that he has the +1 to medicine, so that's actually a 9, but that's also not great. Oh, he did that.
18's
Nice.
Okay, I actually rolled a 16 instead of a 17, so it's a 17 total. I just messed up the roll.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's a 17 and a 9.
Yeah, Nebula knows nothing.
That's fine.
Well, the leg is gone.
Nebula's just sitting here.
I mean, with that, you could say that you could probably tell that she's gonna start gradually starting coming out of unconsciousness now. Like
That's good.
you could wake her up, like if you shake her a little bit if you wanted to.
Alright, he's not going to if she looks like she can wake up, but like he doesn't know.
I think Roboto's gonna let her sleep. Obviously, she needs it.
Yeah.
Alright. She stays
Okay.
asleep.
Which then leads me up to the following. Do you all have any sort of idea what you want to do now? All of that happened. And at
No
least
heart emoji.
all of that happened, and I'm sure someone's death is kind of, on your minds.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts or ideas or something you might want to do?
Nebula suggests eating.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Food is good.
Yeah, food would be good. Does the
plan. Yeah.
yeah, does the hotel provide breakfast, or do they have to go find like a restaurant or something?
It does provide breakfast, but you will need to go downstairs to get it. There's like a communal, there's a communal like dining area. I forgot the word for a moment. So a bunch of tables and stuff around, and food is being given out. Though you will need to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
Penn's gonna suggest that someone stay up here with the little miss so that if she wakes up, she's not all alone in the room.
Roboto volunteers. He doesn't need to eat anyways. I mean, he literally can't. So he just like raises his hand, just like, I can't do. I'll go get breakfast. Maybe even get something for the little miss as well.
Yeah, Nebula's gonna do that.
Cool.
Amaranth's reluctant, but she does need to eat, unlike Roboto, so she'll go with the others.
I'll say that for breakfast, there's actually soup. There's some soup, there's some bread that's probably gonna be good for the little miss, something not too heavy on the stomach. You also, like, have your general assortment of toast and eggs and bacon and all of that funky fun stuff. Would you all like to roll me a perception?
Sure.
I don't like this. But okay. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Pen is too short.
Pen
is too short.
Pen's too short to see anything ever.
Paul, beloved.
Oh, honey.
Assuming I'm not rolling anything because I'm not in the room.
Yeah.
What?
I know what Roboto roll anyways. Maybe you'll hear something through the doors.
I got a 5.
Well, okay. I'm gonna be fucking hilarious. But,
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Nebula is the only one who perceives.
Apparently.
Okay, so, you know what? This doesn't make sense. Pen, you're probably still half asleep and you're just small, man. You cannot change this. Amaranth, you are out of your mind, Your Honor. You don't really want to be in this room either, but, well, can't do anything on an empty stomach, right? And Roboto, you're in the room with the little miss. Hearing you,
He's paying attention to something else.
Cool.
Paying attention to the little miss, and he probably has something in his hands, like a fucking Rubik's Cube or something to fiddle with, while he's waiting for the others.
Okay. Nebula, you on the other hand, you are actually looking around. I think out of everyone, you are the most aware and really the person who's listening around, and you do actually hear just a bunch of chatter, a bunch of rumors and such.
Interesting.
You're able to like catch on to a bit more about this town too. Seems like it's a bit of a trade town. You got a fair few people who are traveling around. There is even, like, apparently there is a caravan going soon to some place called the Spirit Forest. You don't know too much about that.
I am so eyes.
Me too.
You manage to hear some rumors too, how apparently there is a great druid in the Spirit Forest, but, like, it's those kind of wishy-washy rumors. You probably heard it from some kids discussing the neat things nearby. How apparently that forest has a lot of wolves, a lot of spirits, like the name suggests. And I think you're able to catch on to as well, like where some things in town are along the lines of like where there's a library, you're like, it's actually across the doctor's place you found yesterday, and like just where the marketplace is, where the hub of trade is as well. So you are able to catch on to that.
Nice. He has knowledge now.
Nice.
Yes.
And now with that knowledge, you have obtained food.
Yes. Food is important. The one time that he remembers to eat. Okay, not the one time, but
Oh, man, Nebula. How does it feel to be the current brain cell?
He's burdened by he's burdened by the brain cell.
yeah. He's used to being in the brain cell in like the intelligence way, not as much in the take care of yourself way.
Oh, honey.
I don't think anybody has the brain cell at this point on that regard.
No.
Nebula does, as a treat.
At this point, as a treat, which is very odd for him, but
Desperate times call for desperate measures, what can you say?
apparently.
So you all eat. Does Nebula share like what he caught onto to the hours?
Hey, I'm not sure, like, he might mention some things. I don't think he'll mention a whole lot unless it, like, comes up that they need these things, which I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they won't.
Absolutely
There's
not.
no reason for him to have heard any of this. It's fine.
Anyways, you're definitely not interested in that library that was mentioned, right?
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, he'll mention I mean, what parts of it does he mention?
Like for the
Potentially-
LDR, you have a rough idea of where things in town are.
Yeah. He'll probably communicate that in case, like, what they need.
Okay.
Especially like grocery store kind of thing.
Yeah. That would be part of the you now have knowledge on the town part.
Yeah. Like these are places that we'll need if we're staying here long at all.
Okay. So, I guess breakfast is eaten, you have returned to your rooms and such.
We took food for the little miss back up
Yep.
with us.
Yep.
I imagine she's still asleep for now, so you do have a bit of time to kill before things get into action. Is there any, like, I imagine Roboto is then also told these deets. Is there anything you'll want to do in particular, like, in the meantime? Possibly someone could go buy some food. Might be good if Nebula hits the library in case there's anything else that can be found out over there.
He might like maybe see because he doesn't necessarily want to leave the little miss either. I know that she might be waking up soon based off what he saw, and he doesn't he wants to be there if possible. I apologize. I know he's being led there, but
No, that's
You can usually take the books with you, so
yeah, but then he has to leave.
yeah.
I will say, if it helps, it does. By word of DM, I will say it does seem like it'll be at least another hour or two, so you should have the time to grab a couple books so you can read while you wait.
Right. He might go there, see if he can figure out if there's anything up with like something with whatever's going on with this, and or like what bleh. Well, I don't know if the library would have any specifics on Fair Weather's swamp stuff, or if there's other swamp stuff around. Yeah.
It's as good as to look. If Nebula's going to the library, Penn wants to go with him.
Okay. He might pick up some children's books for Little Miss.
Oh.
Alan, you will definitely find that there.
Good.
Roboto, will not move. Y'all can do stuff. Roboto is volunteering to stay with the Little Miss.
Yeah. I know why Nebula got his good role, because there are other people here, and there's a child here, and he's like these people and this child needs to be cared for. And then on a second thought, he's like, oh yeah, and so do I. I need self-care too.
Oh, Nebula.
Gotta self-care for the other people.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna look up anything for fair weather, if you like try to look up like local plant life, you find it's actually extremely limited, like to a single paragraph, like when it comes to things like swamp sap and other things. It's mainly the main topic like that you would find around it would be like the tourist town, the tourist locations, the food, the advertisement. Yeah, it almost seems like somebody is deliberately trying to limit the type of knowledge that, that's about that town.
That's what I fucking say, you stupid fucking town.
He is not surprised. He's annoyed, he is not surprised.
Yeah. Oh, well. I will say, I guess number one, Amaranth. How you doing? Do you have any idea of what you want to do?
Well, Amaranth does pay a visit to the library for a short amount of time before she goes back to Little Miss and Roboto, because Roboto, she has this feeling that Roboto isn't doing as okay as he seems to be.
He's fine.
Hey, Amaranth, can you roll me an insight on Roboto?
Gonna roll real quick deception.
Oh gosh.
I'm almost tempted to have you do it at disadvantage, but
Well, what's your
what's my reason? I don't have a reason.
Not your reason. What's your decision as the DM?
Just like,
Because that's the first roll.
lovely. Oh man. No, at this point I can't really think. Like, it would be unfair. There isn't a reason at this point.
Alright. And yeah, he's pretty alright. He's just being a little quiet, probably to process all this, but like, he gives you a thumbs up. And just like, I'll stay with the Little Miss. I'll tell you, all of you, if something happens. I'm fast.
You don't want to talk about it? Amaranth just stares at him.
Not now.
Fair. A lot has happened recently.
A lot is an understatement, but yeah.
Okay then, I'll join the others back at the library then.
Tell me if you find it. Okay?
What?
He said, tell me if you find anything interesting.
Okie dokie. And she prongs off.
Entirely fair. So, I'm going to ask all of you to roll well, I'll ask all of you to roll either a wisdom check or an int check of some kind. Just give me a reason for it. Like, Nebula, if you wish, you can roll Arcana, for example.
I will take that because he has a +5 to Arcana.
Pen, Amaranth, as you are going, then, so some kind of int or whiz check of your choice, just give me a reason for it.
He only
what
got
am
a
I
10.
going to do?
You are looking
Find
at
books, or-
You are at the library. What kind of books do you find?
I think I'm going to roll not a whiz check because she has a 0.
He let 10 handshake and getting
Wait,
10.
hold on a minute.
Man, the
Yeah.
dice
Oh my
is really
God.
bullying everyone today.
Yeah, we both had high modifiers and one of a 10.
Yeah.
Well, in Penn's case, you can only see the lower shelves.
Yeah, Pen at least has an excuse.
Aw.
Wait,
Nebula, I may
investigation. I
just...
will investigation.
Pardon?
I'm rolling investigation.
Okay. Also,
You want a
Nebula,
10 or a fucking 10?
Nebula, I think I'll have you. I think I'll have you reroll Nebula because you've been to many libraries, haven't you?
Yeah,
Please give them all
yeah.
advantage. Look at my poor kids.
You know what? If you allow me to say you spent 10 minutes here, I'll let you reroll.
No, that's even
All of
worse.
us?
That's even worse.
All of us reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nebula is tall, he's only sitting in the top shelves.
Oh my god.
There we go. Pen is the one to find the knowledge.
Hey, Pen got the hot potato brain cell.
Finally.
He found it
has
shoved under a shelf.
Pen has climbed onto a chair table to see the middle shelves.
I think it's because Nebula dropped it, so so Pen finally got it.
Nebula, you sure are in a library. Boy, there's sure a lot of books here. You don't really succeed on finding much on Faire Weather, like Shadow said. You do find a couple of children books you think would be nice for a little miss, though.
Right.
He's immediately drawn to the stars related books.
I mean, hey, astronomy good.
Yeah.
Amaranth?
That's what he likes.
Amaranth, then, you find some more information just about the general area. You do actually get a little bit more about the Spirit Forest, too. Apparently, it's just a age-old forest. It's not that unusual for people to go over there, because there's a town nearby the area called Ironworks. And Pen, you have obtained the brain cell, by which I mean, you were able to see the middle cell. And you found an interesting book. You weren't able to read the cover, so you decided to take a look into it, and oh hey, seems like this is a book on magic.
Ooh.
It's a
he's-
book on some pretty high-level spells, too.
I think Penn's gonna try to wave Nebula over to take a look at it, because he
Yeah,
figures
that-
Nebula knows magic the best of them.
Yeah, Nebula, roll Arcana for me, but with advantage.
Alright.
Please.
Where's the
It's gotta work.
Come on, Dice Parser.
He wants
Okay,
more.
advantage.
You have advantage.
Nice poor sir, keep us a brain.
That is more like it.
Finally!
Gosh. Dice Parser. Gosh.
And this is why I switched to physical dice.
Yeah, I see that.
And I'm going to flavor this as the first page that was opened is like... It's some low-level spell that, yeah, you know about the problem. Nothing particularly interesting about Vampiric Touch, right? All good necromancy wizards know that. But a page is flipped. Maybe Pen opens a new page, and you find a rather unusual spell called Reincarnate. So for everyone listening, you touch a dead creature, and provided that it hasn't been dead for longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new body for it, and then calls the soul to enter that body. It's a level 5 transmutation spell. And it appears to be
necromancy?
No, it's transmutation apparently.
Listen, it deals with a dead creature. You'd think it's gonna be necromancy. It deals with a corpse.
Necromancy's whole thing is bringing the dead back, and
Yeah.
apparently not in this instance.
And then transmutation said, "Hey, can I copy your notes?"
Yeah, I know there's essentially a cleric version of this spell, which I forgot its name. It's also 5th level, I think. So I'm kind of curious to see whether that's necromancy or if it's evocation.
Not important right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not important right now. But hey, Nebula, you do find this. I'm sure you think of a certain dear friend.
Yeah. I
And
feel
you
like
heard
Nebula.
those rumors.
I feel
Sorry,
like. Oh.
like,
Yeah, you go.
okay, so Amrath just, like, sees them looking over this one particular book and just slides over, reads it over, and is like, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Amaranth, my beloved.
I don't think. Well, I do want to say, Nebula probably like at least recognizes the name of it. He'll like, okay, technically this is transmutation rather than necromancy, but he does
Deals with
like,
the dead.
it deals with the dead. He lives with a necromancer. That necromancer is in circles of necromancy, and he's like met other people. Plus, he is very well acquainted with the transportation department at work. So I think he's at least heard of it. He hasn't really looked into it much, but now he's kind of poring over it in detail. And he hears Amaranth, and he's like, well, I don't see why we couldn't try it.
Still
Yeah,
got
I'm
10 days after all.
Yeah, they've got 10 days. Well, maybe 9 at this point.
9,
but
technically.
9 at this point, but it is something.
And they've got the stuff that was on Little Mrs. Lim, right? Was that what we were saying was from it, or did they get...
We got like the horn or something.
Oh, did we? Okay, sorry, I have not... I only listened to the end of...
You're
Like, I
valid.
think
I
there's,
will
like,
say-
on the staff there's
antler.
the horn.
Okay.
I will say at this point, while Little Miss was around, did she sew her staff at all? That's a question for you, Shadow.
Oh, did she? You said did she keep her staff, or did she?
Did she show the others at all?
I'm sure they saw it when they saw her using it when she was moving towards them. I'm sure she was still clinging to it when they picked her up. It might have.
Okay.
Maybe she shoved it in her hammer space without really thinking about it after that point. So she would
Okay.
still have it. Yeah.
So yeah, there's the swamp stuff and there's the staff, so you do have a material for that. Really, all you need to do is find the druid.
Yeah, because Nebula does not know this spell. He has not learned how to cast this spell. And Hickory
It's
has not
also-
learned that either.
It is also a 5th level transmutation.
Yeah.
Amaranth is not yet powerful for that. He's a bard,
I don't think
so
any of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even though
it's...
she's a bard, she's a level 2 bard. So
So, you know, that's always fun.
Nebula is thinking about the great druid that was mentioned, and like I think he mentions that to the others, but also gives the caution that it was kids talking, and he wasn't sure if it was just like random stories, or if how true it was, or yeah.
I think Penn's like, well, do you know of any other druids? Like, it might be a better shot than we have otherwise, unless you already know someone that can cast this spell.
and that and kids are like non-filtered. They'll tell the truth.
Mm.
Most of the
Isn't it-
time.
Mostly.
It's
Looks at
maybe...
looks at the kids over in Faire Weather.
Yeah. I will say it's like you heard it from the kids. Considering this place is a trade hub and with trade you got to talk, it may be worth visiting there later, but hey, there is still someone waiting for you back at the
Yeah.
inn, so wanna go check in on them and before you go onwards?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Can we take the book with us?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You are allowed. The person there does ask that you return the book before you leave town.
All right.
But while you're here, you are free to keep it on.
Nebula will once they get back to the room, he'll start like copying down the relevant information.
Cool. And
Amaranth tells Roboto about what they found, as promised.
Aw. And Roboto's nods. He doesn't know much about magic.
As
is
well
it bad that I
I'll
also
be
have the
intending-
image of like Amaranth kicking open the door? Roboto, holy peck!
Oh my god.
Holy horses!
Goodness.
Can you guys still hear me? I just realized I didn't plug in
Yeah,
my
we can.
actual microphone, so I've been using like
Oh.
the laptop
Oh.
one.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I quieter
yes,
or am I
you were-
louder or am I Cause I literally just put it back in like, oh crud, I forgot to do this. Okay, but you
I
I
can,
at least
you
can hear you at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not quieter. I'll say that. I don't know if you're louder or the same.
Okay. Yeah, I can't tell until I actually hear the recording what it sounds like. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Thank you.
Okay. I will then ask, can Little Miss do me a con save at advantage?
A contact. Oh, hold on. Give me just a second. Like, what's her constitution? Okay. This one. And let's see. Whoops. I think I did that wrong.
You forgot the
Yeah.
exclamation mark.
Of course I did. And watch me do it again. Sorry.
Exclamation point and
it's-
then the D.
It's
Before
been
the
a-
Yeah.
Oh, it's in front of the D.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
it is. I forgot about that. It's been a minute.
Okay. And you may do it again because I've given you advantage.
Okay.
Oh,
So we are
Ooh.
taking that 11. Luckily you beat the DC I set.
Good.
Hey kiddo, you're waking up.
Yep, she's awake.
How you doing?
She, well, as she wakes up, she's coming to. She was like opening her eyes a bit, and she's kind of groggy and a little bit confused. Like she's trying to remember how she got here, like what is here, and she might need just a minute just to kind of like process everything. And she probably won't
Very
respond to anything right away. But her stomach does growl, so she knows she's hungry.
Gotta roll perception for Roboto just to see how fat. God damn it, Roboto!
What was that? Is that a 1 or a 20? Okay.
I once again tried the wrong thing. It's not. He rolled 8.
Gosh. Nebula's also gonna roll perception. That's a 19.
Someone had to bring
Hey
it up.
boy.
He happened to be looking in her direction when she woke up.
Yeah, probably helps like that there's a table nearby, so I imagine you sat down to write down everything.
Yeah.
So, Amaranth and Roboto, you're a bit busy swapping down notes.
Oh my
And
god.
Penn, you too.
You are short.
That's just the excuse every time Penn fails it for something. He passed over 17. I feel like he
Oh.
could see this, but
Gosh.
Yeah,
Oh.
he should
I'm going to allow you to use your passive perception for this. You don't notice at first, except, oh wait, you hear noises over there, and lo and behold,
Yeah,
she's
for
awake.
for everyone else's sake, Nebula is going to perk up and say, "Oh, little miss."
And Roboto immediately drops everything he was doing, probably literally, and like
You hear a clacker as like the Rubik cube falls apart and then becomes a dog,
oh my
and it just sits there.
he probably bought it in like a Toon shop, so he probably does that. Yeah.
oh my god.
Wonderful.
Roboto like looks at it, looks for a second, not gonna question that, and he just heads to the little missy side.
Amaranth
follows you.
immediately perks up. Her ears just perk up and her eyes brighten. And she immediately zooms off to Little Miss's side and is like, "Little Miss, you're awake, you're awake."
Careful not to crowd.
yeah, Penn's also sort of hanging back a little because he doesn't want to crowd her, but he is very happy to see her awake again.
Aww. And again, she's a bit out of it still. She's like sits up. She was looking around, and like looking at all of you, and she's not saying anything yet, but you see she's a bit confused. And again, and her stomach is still growling, so she knows she's hungry. And I think, like, at the moment, her eyes, like, if there's any food in the room, she's probably gonna, like, look at that first. Because, like, that's,
Yeah,
like, the
Robato's just
thing she could understand.
like, direct question directed at the others, like, you got any food for her?
We brought food up from breakfast. I don't know who has it, but like you can. That's probably on a table in the room somewhere.
It's
Yeah.
I mentioned that like you could have picked up soup, bread, eggs, and bacon. So
Yeah, Nebula's gonna get whatever they took. And hand it off to her.
She takes it, and with complete disregard with any table manners, she just puts her face directly into it and starts eating. She's been raised by a Kelpie for quite some time. She kind of picked up some habits from them.
Wow.
Oh, wonderful.
Honey.
He is legally a deer.
Legally a deer.
Legally a deer. Or legally a Kelpie. Either one. She's been both.
Hey.
It's fine. We're just gonna throttle some people later.
And when she's done, she lifts her head up and she looks around. And she swallows her food a bit, and she's just gonna ask her, what happened? What? And you hear her cough a bit as, her throat's a little dry, and
Nebula's gonna go get water.
She's trying to ask. You can tell what she's trying to ask.
I will add as the DM's note, you do have water in your room, like there is a jug and you got some cups with the place, so.
Alright, yeah, he'll get her some water.
And Roboto's like, you feeling better?
And she drinks the water, kind of pauses, and she looks at you again, and she's asking, where's Tawney?
Well, Shadow, you're too quiet for me to hear.
Yeah.
Shadow, it's like you moved away from your mic.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, where's Tawney?
Oh boy!
I saw that deception, Staria.
And Roboto's back to being shit at deception.
Amaranth she's lost her perk now.
Like,
her ears are drooping, and she looks to the others because she's not sure how to say it.
I think Nebula is going to say, we'll get him back. He's not gonna say what happened. He's gonna say we'll get him back.
Yeah, for those looking at Roboto, this is really fucking obvious because he rolled a 4. Somehow, his eyes, were already a very dim purple, went even dimmer.
Hold on. You put a D there, right?
Oh, Sharia's rolling, not in the...
Once again, I'm rolling physical dice.
Yeah, I just simply asked that she puts down in the chat the results.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah, so Nebula has told Little Miss that they will get Tawney back.
And
Amaranth perks up right back.
She's gonna ask, like, oh, where did Tawney go to? When are they coming back?
Soon.
I think Penn's like, we're gonna have to go get him, but we will.
She seems to accept that. It's like, okay, we can go pick him up. And she's gonna try to get out of bed, presumably forgetting she doesn't have a limb. And
oh no,
she's like,
someone catch her.
I would just say, like, you know who she's based off of, so as soon as she gets off, you're just gonna hear a splat, and she's just, like, face down into the floor.
Can I roll something to catch her?
Can we roll
that?
Can I roll a dex save?
Yeah, so all of you can either roll athletics or a dex of some kind.
Alright, gonna roll acrobatics. because that's what Roboto's good at. Thank fuck for high rolls.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
So I think it's
Acrobatics
like
is also what Amaranth is good at.
oh my
Think.
gosh.
Roboto definitely gets there first. The others are quick, but don't get there quite as fast.
Like Roboto, you are able to you just manage to pick her up. She doesn't fall on the ground, thankfully. It's more like she fell in your hands, and the others are able to lift her up with you.
Yeah, I think it's like she barely like gets off the bed and she's about to fall, but then he catches her. It's like, careful, you're injured.
She looks down at her leg and she's like, "Oh yeah, I am."
Oh, gosh.
I think while everyone else was trying to catch Little Miss, Penn went and got the crutch the doctor gave them and brought it over to the bed.
Thank you, Penn.
He's not gonna try and catch her. He's liable to get
Thank
squished,
you.
but
Honestly, that's very valid of him. Small person struggles, man.
indeed.
Unfortunately,
Small
you get
struggles.
used to her stumbling quite a bit.
Honey.
That's
I will
okay,
say
that's why
that-
she can be carried. Hold her gently.
I will say that Nebula knows they're gonna have to explain this to her eventually because there's like no way that Tawney's gonna come back the same species.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Right now they can just pretend that they're just going
Yeah.
to get him.
He can
right
pretend.
now, just
the lady
reassure
inevitable.
her.
Yeah.
We can ease her into it.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you're not lying, Ira. You're going to go pick him up over at the Spirit Forest. With the help of the Great Druid there. Don't worry about it.
imagine the soul possesses Amaranth, though.
Thankfully, that's not going to happen by virtue
I
of how
know.
the spell is, but man, that'll be something for you to torment people with in DMs later.
Right?
On
Concern?
that note, though,
Concern.
I walk out. I stand up, put my headphones
Look.
down, and walk out
look,
the
I
room.
don't control what I use, you people. I'm the temporary DM here.
I hold my
Anyways.
head out. Do not.
Anyways,
do it though, but still.
Anyways, with my very unsubtle, let's change the subject. So, you have obtained child, you have a plan of action. I think it's fair to say you all managed to pick up your stuff and get going out of the inn. I'm just going to hand wave and say that you all have that paid.
Right.
So,
Yeah, probably.
you need a way to get over to the Spirit Forest, and it's probably a good idea to just make sure that this information is correct. And hey, maybe nice to explore town a bit.
Yeah. I think Nebula is going to go looking for that caravan because I think they were going to the Spirit Forest.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to give me a moment as I decide what to make you roll. I guess this is you know what? Roll me insight. Either insight or
Okay.
perception for this.
He is a lot better at insight than perception.
Yeah. Same here.
Okay, so Amraf, you're going to help Nebula, yeah?
Nebula got 18.
So, insight, you say?
Kind
We
of
all
depends on
rolling?
what you're. That depends on what you're doing, really. So Nebula is stated to be going over to find the caravan.
I think Roboto's probably also. I don't think they need help. With that 18.
Yeah, it's instead Roboto give me a perception, just like see if you manage to hear any more, since you're in the area with them. So
All right.
if you
Pretty
catch
good, pretty
anything
good.
more in the spirit
Ooh.
forest,
Holy shit.
nice.
And
Also,
can I also say he's probably helping the little miss, and if she's like getting tired of walking, he will like offer to carry her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Pen, I have a
um,
suggestion for you.
Yeah.
Do you wish to roll me your choice of perception, investigation, or insight to see if you manage to find a nice souvenir?
Okay.
all of them?
miss.
Congratulations, you find the biggest, fluffiest, like, little plushie of a cat.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's going to be important later.
Is this for
Welcome to
Little Miss?
Morsky Games, where she just gives you plushies.
You know what, I can draw this later, but, so, if you wish to buy it will cost you 1 gold, but it's a whole plushie.
It's the size of
Is
pen.
this to
Yeah, I was
give
about
the
to
Little
say,
Miss?
please tell me it's the size.
Didn't Pen give
Yes.
out a plushie earlier
God.
in my own game? So he's got 2 now.
Why does Pen keep accumulating plushies?
Because he looks like one.
Secretly
Look,
admiring
Pen's
plushie
the
to
plushie.
plushie communication, okay?
Although I think
Pen
Pen
is
will
the
bite you
plushie
if you try
man.
to pick him up.
Yes. Wait, Pen will what?
I think Pen will try and bite you if you pick him up.
He can't bite you. He has no mouth.
Ah,
But he will not be
unfortunate.
happy.
Oh.
Unfortunate indeed.
You will have,
He
like,
has no mouth, but he must scream.
Well,
just imagine the emotional toll, okay? So with
Also,
that,
I got something to say.
Oh?
So I think that
Yes.
plushie is gonna be important later.
okay.
you're
In-
really
in-
awesome.
in that-
I'm so sorry, it's just that I myself am a sap, and I thought, hey, you guys need something soft.
Yes,
As someone who
and
is very familiar with Morsky games, she just does that.
Actually, yeah. Pen remembers the Little Miss hugging at the pillow, and he will buy it and give it to the Little Miss to hold on to.
Aw.
and
Nice.
Amaranth will remind them about the book.
Right, we have to return that.
Oh yeah.
Smart
Thank you,
move.
Amaranth.
You're welcome.
Smart move. The librarian there appreciates not having to go, like, find you guys to get the book back.
And she will find you.
You'll find.
She will hunt you down.
You know what? Give me 1 moment. I can find you a picture of the librarian.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like, give me 1 moment. Okay, so let me double check. That is a 10 for Amaranth. I will say you probably got a 10 because, hey, you did remember the book, and possibly you're even the person who went and returned the book. Okay, so I found that image. Here we go.
Is it Ys or Genshin related?
It is Genshin related. She is a librarian.
I called it.
Oh no, it's her.
I mean, she was very gracious to you all. She'll be very pleased that you returned the book on time. And you are sent off cheerily. So, Nebula number 1, you do indeed find the center of the trading place, and you are able to find the folks who are sorting out that caravan. Actually, they said that, like, the person in charge of it is coming in a few. If you wish to come along, like, you're free to just agree that with the head horse himself. there's like a pause and I'm sure you'll be allowed on just like, you know what, help us out a bit. Could you just get us a couple bags of carrots? And
Sure.
in return you'll be let on.
All right. He will go get carrots.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have fun throwing you into that then.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
And
Is this not a simple grocery trip?
this is Toonkind. When is it ever a simple grocery trip?
Okay,
I mean,
that's
knowing
fair.
Morsky will probably have to roll
God.
survival 5 times.
And Roboto, you are able to hear some more, and these aren't rumors, actually. This is legit information that, there's a town called Ironworks that this particular caravan is going to, and it is situated in the outskirts of the Spirit Forest. There is indeed a well-known druid there, who is known to have done a couple feats, though, seems like she's a bit testy, so you may need to do some convincing.
Wonderful.
But she does
Nice.
exist.
And Roboto relays to the others all that and just goes, our best bet's gonna be in the forest.
All we have
That's
to
kind
do
of
to
woke up
convince
there.
her is introduce her to the Little Miss. And then she will clearly die for the Little Miss, like we all will.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that's a very good strategy. Well done.
Show her little child. You wouldn't want to make little child sad, would you?
Just
Wow,
imagine
it's
the
been through so
emotional
much already.
control.
Look at that little child on crutches, only one leg. She's lost her most beloved person in the world. Are you going to say no to her?
And as you say this, she
Please.
promptly trips in the background and falls on her face. More sad.
So please remember this for when you visit the druid. On that note, so it is time to get those carrots, and by virtue of this is a Toonkind town, you managed to find the stall, no problem. There are some really interesting carrots here. You have the normal ones, you have some baby carrots, you also have some carrots the size of Penn and actually the size of you, Nebula.
Oh,
God.
What?
Wonderful.
So, how do you decide to ask for your bag of carrots?
Gosh.
Try to get a discount by having the Little Miss try to offer her only coin to get a bag of carrots.
Baby,
Yes.
no.
I mean, if you do it, I'll allow you to. Just do you decide to do that?
Well,
I think
Nebula
we're
just
gonna be
told to
like-
do that.
Look,
sort of gently catch your hand, just you don't
Yeah,
need to do that. We can.
yeah, Nebula doesn't want her to do this.
Yeah, no, fair. The vendor kind of looks upon this, and you kind of see them get the teary eyes, you know.
Gosh.
I think Roboto just the stall person just we need 2 bags of carrot. What do we need to pay?
Yeah, you're I know, especially with the Little Miss doing a special move. She played the heartstrings.
Gosh.
Special move, make everyone cry.
Yes. You are given a price. You are also asked then to specify what sort of carrots.
Yeah, so there was, aside from the pen size and the Nebula size, there was baby carrots and a more normal sized, was it?
Yep.
He'll probably go for the more normal sized ones.
Yeah, probably for the best.
You are also
We don't want a bunch of fucking log carrots.
Nebula is not strong. He cannot carry a carrot the size of himself for very long.
Yeah, like what's our highest like strength mod here?
Probably
Plus
you.
1.
Nebula
Well,
0,
you.
so
Roboto
Amaranth
has a
has a
plus.
+2.
Oh wow! So Amaranth is the strongest one here.
Amaranth is designated a strong person of the party.
So
He
somehow
is
she's
an
the
Earth
muscle.
pony, so.
Yeah. Impressive.
Oh,
So yeah, normal carrots.
cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. You indeed get 2 bags of normal carrots, and like on a side, you're kind of you're on a side. You're also given just like some fruit because points at the child.
She probably looks
Aw.
malnourished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you all have the vibe of people who have been through a lot, and like, you know what, free bag of fruit as well on a side.
Aw, I'm just imagining,
Oh.
like little Miss with one hand is like holding the crutch, and like the plushie under her arm, and then like munching on like an apple or something.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 I'm already crying. That's so
Oh.
cute.
Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry.
Good.
And Roboto will be holding any like the bags of carrots for the others. So they, I don't know if they're holding anything else, but he'll be holding the bags of carrots for them.
Okay.
And with that success, you manage to return over, and you're like pointed out to where you'll be able to like sit on the carriage ride, and there is a new person there now.
Uh-huh.
Oh?
It appears the head horse has arrived and is in fact like, you know how horses drive carriages, right? They're like, dude is connected to the carriage, and you look
God.
around and see this person.
Hunts.
Yes.
Hunts.
Oh my god.
Hans,
Hunts.
the wonderful feat.
It's massive, by the way. Like, please remind me, how tall is Nebula again?
6 foot.
Great, this dude is a good like 2 feet taller than you.
Oh wow!
Jesus
All right.
fuck.
Oh!
Like, so like Roboto is like 5'6" without the antenna, and then like 6 foot with the antenna, and then this fucking beast, fucking 8 feet tall motherfucker.
Draft horses are big, and apparently this guy seems comfortable to drag this particular carriage by himself. Which, hey, on that note, you get a nod and greetings. I suppose you're the folks coming along with this time.
Yo, got carrots.
And little Miss is just like, and an apple, and she holds up the apple that she was munching on.
Oh.
Oh my god. Roboto's like at her like, no, that's for you.
I appreciate the offer, little one, but don't worry. I have those bags of carrots. Thank you for getting those, by the way.
Thank
So,
you for allowing us to come.
it's no problem. I do rounds there fairly often. So, I will be going to Ironworks, so that takes a little bit longer. Are you planning to go there as well, or do you plan on stopping off partway through?
Well, yeah, Ironworks, that's next to the forest.
You're going to the forest then,
Yeah.
Okay. There's a stop-off point nearby, so while I won't be able to go there myself, if you need to get somewhere quick in the forest, it's the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
May I
Okay.
ask what that role was for Shadow?
And little Miss is trying to discreetly pet the horse. Or at least pet the
Oh my
paw.
goodness.
See its little hand
The
just trying
horse,
to scream, just trying to pet.
Mr. Hunt doesn't seem to react, but he's absolutely letting you.
Oh.
Like,
love it.
kneels a little bit so that it's easier to reach his mane.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Aw. And she happily
Everybody
Oh.
loves Little Miss.
pets him. Like, yeah. Honestly, the horses and probably even Amaranth, they remind her of Tawney. So she's very drawn to
Fair.
horses or other four-legged hoofed animals.
Fair.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
We will get Tawney back, I swear.
Oh, absolutely. I will say then, you're like given a rough time schedule. You do have a little bit of time to do anything else if you wish, but if you just want to get yourself up onto the carriage, you can do that and you'll be off soon.
Do we need to get like supplies for ourselves for the trip, or?
Okay, so the trip itself, it's going to take about, it takes about 2 days to get to Ironworks. It's gonna take you a day to get to the stop-off point, so... And you will need to travel through the forest, so if you want to, like, get yourself some supplies, there is food on the carriage, but maybe you want some more for the actual trip in the forest. May just be a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what Ironworks is gonna have available, but we're not stopping there. I imagine the caravan is stopping there so we could buy. Is at least pausing there so we could buy something there,
Well,
but it might be safer to just buy stuff here.
The situation is the following, so you are going to the Spirit Forest. You are actually going to reach the Spirit Forest first. It takes an upper day of travel to get to Ironworks.
Okay, yeah, so then we should buy anything we'll want for traveling through the forest here.
Mr. Hunt, by the way, is actually going to just, like, give you some suggestions and, like, he's not sure how long you plan on being there, but, like, at least get yourselves a tent and such. The place isn't cold exactly, but it isn't warm either, and just, like, I point towards the Little Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get blanket.
Yeah.
Get jacket.
Get a few bedrolls.
Yeah.
Tent. Or at least tarp or something. Camping supplies.
Yeah.
Amaranth has a bedroll. But you'll obviously need more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, I also have a bedroll. Huh, well.
Yeah.
It's probably never been used before, but yeah.
I mean, hey, could be useful for someone else then, though,
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest now, shall we all have a bit of a break? Because I believe we've reached the hour-and-a-half mark, and this seems like a good pausing point before we continue onwards.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it had been that long.
Yeah.
Alrighty, see you all back here in about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I will pause the recording.
Yeah.
Alright, yep, I unpaused it. I didn't catch that part with
Okay.
her petting the foot, though. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, well then, I guess, that is that. You are all off. And, essentially, you are now on a road trip. It's pretty peaceful. The view is very nice. I think we've all seen the title card, and it's that sort of view. There's sea from one side and mountains on the other. So Canada is also just very pretty in general. And it does take you a little bit while, but you will find yourselves getting closer to the forest. And as you get over there, Mr. Hunch will actually let you all know and will inform you that you're getting close to the place and that he's dropping you off. So, I won't be able to follow you in there. I'll likely meet you all in Ironworks after all of this, but the other workers have told me that the quickest, there are 3 paths into the forest, and the quickest one is the middle route. Going to take you through a tunnel, and when you get inside the forest, just make sure to be respectful, alright?
Oh, you got it.
Never nods.
And nods.
So you said
Yeah,
it took.
Roboto nods as well.
You said it took like a day to get here. Is this still the same day, or is it like the morning?
This is the next day in the morning.
Okay. I'm gonna do another roll. Oh, wonderful. Okay.
What does a 1 mean?
Oh
boy.
Very bad nightmare.
Oh.
He wakes up in a panic attack.
Oh no.
But there's no magic surge, so it's fine. But he does not have a great night. He does not have a great night.
Man.
Oh.
Like, if Nebula needs like someone to be there with him, Roboto will just like quietly sit with him.
Yeah, this is like the same wagon kind of thing, right?
What? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I would say.
Nebula Roboto FPS.
Yes,
Comfort
yes,
after
yes,
nightmare.
Yes,
Yeah.
Amaranth would gladly bring out her lute and sing a song for all of them.
Oh.
Nice.
Little Miss offers her plushie for him to hold.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Well, I mean, this is in the middle of the night, so I don't know who all is awake and who all is asleep. So, but
We could just say
Yeah.
everyone woke up. If he woke up in a panic attack, he was probably like yelling.
gosh,
Yeah.
Nebula's gonna be so embarrassed when he comes down from it.
Mr. Honjo actually tell you it's good. It's not bad to accept help from others either.
Gosh.
I was gonna say at some point in the night, maybe the little Missa rolled over and she went to grab what she thought was the plush, but probably ended up hugging somebody else. Probably Penn.
It's Penn!
He's sitting next to her.
Penn.
He's the same size and the same feel, so just kind of rolled over and just kind of hugged him. She realized her mistake upon waking up, though.
Gosh.
Oh.
Roll a d4 to see who she hugs.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
want to say it's
sure.
Amaranth, but let's roll.
Should I roll?
Yeah,
Roll.
sure. Roll d4. See who gets hugged.
Oh. D20?
It's
D4.
just simply a
D4.
D4.
A D4?
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4 options.
Alright.
I assume
I hope I
it'll
did
be
that
going down the
right.
list. That's a
Yeah.
2. Would that be Nebula?
Nebula!
Yes.
Yeah.
You get a child attached to your arm.
Gosh.
There is no escape.
There is now a child
This
attached
happens
to
when
you.
he's.
Probably after he calms down.
Yeah. Gosh.
Aw.
There's a child from one side, a plushie, and a pen-sized plushie on the other side.
Romano nearby.
Somehow, you don't know how, but when you wake up, you will find that a blanket was placed over you all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Gosh. Man.
And so the day continues. You are left off. Mr. Hunch has given you those notes for traveling in the forest. And he wishes you luck on your way.
Thank you. Amaranth gives him a nod.
Thank you.
Yeah, Penn will sign thank you as well.
And you get a nod in return.
Little Miss is hugging the fluff fluff.
You can tell he's amused by it, fun, because hey, this is a little kid.
Little Miss comes up to its knees.
Probably even
Barely.
Probably even shorter than that.
Oh my god.
How tall is Little Miss?
Oh gosh, I gotta look at her height. No, she's tiny. I was gonna make her like an average size 8-girl, but then I was like, oh wait, she's a Toonkind. I can make her hecka small if I want to.
You can.
Is she like 3 feet or something?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, probably 3 feet. Maybe just very slightly taller than maybe what Penn is.
Well, Penn's like
just
1
under
foot.
2
Oh,
feet.
okay.
Yeah, Penn,
Oh,
Penn
oh,
is 1
oh,
foot.
it's two,
I
not
thought he
one.
was a little taller than that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, Penn is
He's
actually fucking small.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, I think about
12
3 foot.
inches, motherfucker.
Yeah, no wonder she mistook him
I-
for a plush.
Yeah, I was gonna say Penn is like flex-sized, who is simply
Flex-sized?
rat.
Flex
Not-
is 7 inches.
Isn't Flex
is-
like 9 inches? Penn
Eight.
is thankfully
8
twice
inches.
that. Okay. Penn is thankfully twice that height, but
Penn is 2 feet
plushie-sized.
tall.
Oh my god.
Penn is 2 feet tall.
Plushie-sized.
He
Plushy
is.
sized.
He's still in plushie range, yes.
Gosh.
Get a plushie
How tall is
hug
Amaranth?
from
I
Little
keep
Miss
forgetting.
often. She may try to hug or like pet Penn like all the time because he just looks so much like a plush.
Oh my god.
Penn, what is your reaction to that?
Penn is not going to stop her because she's a child. He's just like, well, I guess this is my life now.
I'm just imagining this goodbye is happening, like Mr. Hunt nods at you as he continues on his own way, and you just have Little Miss patting Penn throughout the entire conversation.
Pat, 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 pat.
I keep forgetting how tall Amaranth is. I want to say she's 4 feet something.
Uh-huh.
Just
Okay,
like half
so
the height of this horse.
we have big hunts and small hunts. I also love like the height range in this party. We have 2 talls, 2 smalls, and a middle slider, 1 single one.
Makes it more interesting.
With and I will say then, so you're all on your path. The items that you took with, that you have taken for yourselves, was nicely wrapped in that blanket that was put over you guys. So you have that now. You can see the path forwards. Do you walk?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
No other way to go, and there's no way we're going backwards, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good.
Concerned?
I can hear the setup here.
Yeah.
I can hear the setup in your voice, Morsky.
Be afraid.
Oh, what did I hear now? Did my cat jump onto something? Sorry about that.
Kitty wants violence. Is it Wolfie
Oh
or
no,
Shishmish?
actually no, it's the neighbors upstairs who want violence. Anyways,
That's fine. That's none of our business.
yeah. Okay, sorry about that. So, yes, the setup in my voice. Yes, you walk forwards and the path splits in two. It's left or right?
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
Were they told anything about this?
Well,
Where's
you
the
were
middle
told
path?
there. Yeah, you were told that there are 3 paths and you want to take the middle one.
Okay. And there are 2 paths here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You want to roll something?
Yeah.
Can I roll like investigation?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free to.
Investigation, maybe?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Nebula sees nothing.
16.
God.
Oh,
Ben's
Pen.
bad rolls continue.
Pen, please.
Oh,
Maybe I
honey.
should switch to physical dice because Dice
Yeah.
Placer hates pen.
Ooh,
Holy
Amaranth. That's
You
a
know
dirty
what?
20.
You know, quick question for Amaranth. Has Amaranth traveled a bunch?
She has.
What kind of places has she been to by any chance? Has she been on many paths between towns? Has she done a lot of spelunking around towns?
Has he done a lot?
I say spelunking exploration.
Oh yeah, she has.
Yeah, then I think that makes sense why Amaranth is the first one to see this. Roboto, you catch on as Amaranth walks over to a place, but you've probably come across your fair share of puzzles. There's actually a boulder that appears to be like shoved to the side a bit. Do you want to roll me a strength save?
Sure, I can roll you a strength save. What's my strength save?
This is to Amaranth. Roboto, you
never
may
mind.
join in if you want.
Yeah, I can also.
This
Join
is
in.
either strength or athletics.
I have a strength save that's higher. But let me just roll that. Oh damn!
I'm rolling a strength save right now.
Jeebus bravado.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Teamwork, baby.
We strong
Yes.
tonight, boys.
Indeed.
I said a little miss is distracted by a butterfly.
No.
Like, Little Miss is you know why Nebula and Pen are distracted? They make sure that Little Miss doesn't trip over by accident.
Yeah.
Make sure,
Plus,
but you don't run off.
Nebula's a 20-pound skeleton with no strength. He's not gonna try to move that.
Yeah.
The
I
other
think
two have it.
His boulder's probably bigger than Pen. He's not touching it.
Two people with actual strength.
Yeah.
So you actually realize it's not about how hard you push it, it's about how you push it. You actually turn the boulder to the side a bit and it opens up. Because it was essentially a door to the middle tunnel.
Oh.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
Oh, those were tunnels. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's 2 paths. This middle one is a tunnel, though. It's like very, very clearly a way forwards, though. So
Interesting. Well, I think Roboto's gonna call out to the others. It's like, well, we found a way forwards. Come on.
Nebula makes sure that Wilma sees this and will start heading forward.
Are the tunnels lit? Does someone need? Do we need a light or something for the tunnels?
actually, that might be a good idea.
Nebula has light as a cantrip.
Cool.
Amaranth has a flashlight.
Then
From
I
the
think
Nice.
the last trip, I think, to Faire Weather and such.
Yes.
Hey, nice. Well then, I will. Well, blech. Sorry, I can word tonight.
It's fine.
It's okay.
So on that note, we have a flashlight, and Nebula, you are casting the light cantrip,
Yeah.
which is
How-
actually going.
I just wanted to double check how far that reaches.
I believe it is 20 feet of like
Yeah.
bright light and another 20 of dim light.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you casting it on?
Good question. He probably takes something like a notebook out of his hammer space, and he has a shining notebook now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And let's
Actually,
see.
I should roll for that because hammer space.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Oh,
Fumble!
gosh. Okay. What? Okay. All right. What's an 11 on your table?
What do we perceive?
What do we perceive? Perceive wires. Apparently, he has taken out wires.
Wow. That sure is a thing to perceive.
He blinks and he puts it back. Try again.
Let's go.
Okay, so
That actually
This is-
fails.
Yeah, I was wondering, is 5 a fail or is it not? Okay, let's
It
try that
is
again.
because you fumbled once already.
Yeah, I
You
knew
need
it
a
was
6
like...
and up.
Yeah. This is... Well, it's a clipboard with a pen and paper, which is almost a notebook, so I think he's just gonna take that and put light on that instead.
Not gonna tempt his fate.
Yeah.
Let there be a light.
Let there be
was
light.
And then there was light in this cave. You also find that, like, walking down there are just some patches that light comes in through naturally. So it wouldn't have been completely pitch black either as you go through.
That's good, because we already had experiences with dark caverns that ended up with not great things.
Oh yeah.
I finger guns and not knowing this trauma and going, haha, good thing we're avoiding that, huh?
Yeah, points at Faire Weather 1.
Yeah.
How's the little miss doing in the tunnel? Does she seem to be upset? Or should I roll insight?
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Yeah, if you
she,
want.
she sure did have a bad... Oh right, I was gonna use my physical dice. Hang on.
Oh, I can also... You want me to also roll insight?
I don't think you need
Wow.
to, because I was a 16.
Yeah, I really
so
don't.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Gosh.
oh my god, that modifier though.
Kihu.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Ben, you could clearly see that she's a bit more quiet now. She's looking around, and she seems pretty conflicted. It's like, she's definitely getting some deja vu back to when she was living in a tunnel, and she's like instinctively looking around for maybe somebody.
My baby!
Man.
I'm sure she's very easy to read. I'm certain that, like, even with all the lower rolls, you could probably tell that she's definitely thinking about a certain someone and a certain time in her life.
To be fair, Roboto did crit fail.
Oh,
Yeah, Roboto did crit fail. I think Roboto's more focused on, like... Roboto's probably more focused on, making sure she doesn't trip or anything, so he's looking at the floor. So he doesn't see all that.
I will actually ask all of you to roll me a perception now.
I could do that.
Alright.
That's better.
I might have to check the balance on these dice because that's 2 16s in a row. But
You're being
I'll take it over the
taxed for-
fucking
I
stream
mean,
of 2s and
it's
4s dice
repayment
parser
for
gives me.
the dice parser bullying you.
Yeah, it's repayment, and okay, so, oh yeah, Little Miss can also roll for this. It is only Penn and Roboto who see this. So you come to what seems to be the end of this tunnel. There does appear to be a door. There are a lot of tree roots around. And on one of the lower tree roots, you find a little guy sitting there. And he looks
Whoa.
like this.
Little guy!
Intriguing.
I think Roboto, looks at it, and it probably, stares back, and Roboto's
I'm going to say there is a pause, as there is staring, and then the little dude waves.
Roboto's
10 waves.
what, hesitantly waves back. Just alright, guess this is happening now.
Actually, because Penn just waves normally, the little dude nods at Penn, seems to disappear, and you hear some rumbling as the door opens.
Oh.
Well,
Roboto out loud says well then. I guess these are the spirits of the spirit forest.
Roll me perception again, Roboto.
Nebula just
If my
suddenly
dice
here.
could not fall on the fucking floor. Get back here.
Nebula sees the door open and hears Roboto say this and is so confused. Because he did not see
door
this.
spirit of the door.
I now need
Another
to find
12 plus 4.
Cool. You hear what seems like chittering. It's like the trees are shaking. It seems to be that the universe is telling you yes.
Alright then. This is fine.
Yeah, nothing wrong here.
Nope. This is fine. Everything is fine. He's alright.
Now, one moment as I find this image for all of you, but you step out and come across a scene that looks something like this.
Pretty.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Very pretty.
GR. Good.
And I'm also just gonna pull this image out as well. Don't mind the little dude standing there, but...
Oh, pretty!
Immediately goes up to some
This
of
is
the
very
flowers.
pretty.
Immediately goes up to some of the flowers.
Little guy!
Welcome to the Spirit Forest.
Nice.
There's honestly not much more I can tell you at the moment. You are here now. New place. Wanna roll me your perceiving checks?
Sure thing!
And I
It's
need...
perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rip. Nebula sees nothing.
Nebula!
He
You're
is too
probably not-
distracted by the pretty flowers.
Oh! Amaranth got a dirty 20. That's good.
Nice! Yeah, you know what, Nebula, honey, I am so sorry. You're probably not used to forests.
He's been in a mountain forest before. He's gone there multiple times, but this is a different kind of forest with the different foliage. The forest that he was in before was UPA. This is kind of I can't pronounce that.
They're valid. Words hard.
Anime land. This is anime land.
Tezu Kanata.
This is
Yep.
Kanata.
Welcome to Anime Land. Don't worry about me pulling over Ghibli vibes. Just don't think about it.
Yeah, this is like completely different art style kind of thing of Forest, and he is very he's looking, but not like perceiving. He is looking at the pretty flowers.
That's
He
very
wants to
helpful.
take them home.
Yeah, he lives in a flower shop, of course. Show him off to Hickory.
I mean, do you want to take one of the flowers?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
No.
No, if he tries it, Penn is gonna try and stop him.
Alright. What if
Penn
here, I'll
says, like,
roll.
we're supposed to be polite here, don't take stuff.
Alright, I'll roll history to see if he remembers that.
Oh my goodness.
I'd say that.
Maybe Penn's telling
No,
him.
that's a crit
Oh my
fail!
God.
Pen, please stop him!
Penn is trying his hardest to stop him, and he did sign like we're supposed to be polite here. Don't take their stuff.
Okay.
Oh my god, what do I roll? What do I roll to stop this?
Athletics, because I think it's funny.
Yeah, Penn cannot physically stop Nebula if Nebula is determined.
It's fine, Roboto has it, that's a 19.
I think
You lift the thing.
I think
Roboto picks him up.
I think the gag is like Nebula is like going towards the flower and just Roboto like one hand like pulls him back by the shoulder, just like no. We're supposed to be polite, don't take
Right, sorry.
There is you notice another one of those little spirit friends, and
Well, this is the
actually
first
nod
one
at
that he's
you.
noticed.
Yeah, and they nod at you, or rather, they nod at what Roboto says about be polite.
He apologizes to that one specifically because, hello, there's a person here now. And he is going to shove his hands in his pockets and walk forward. No touching. He's not going to touch anything.
Cool. Now, everyone, roll me the best roll, survival.
Ah, there it is. There it fucking is.
I was also gonna ask too. It's like if something falls on you, does that count as taking it?
Oh, no.
Say the little miss walked out of view for a second, and then she came back, and there was like some hay moss on her head that just fell on her.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
She's not gonna touch it because she saw what happened with Nebula.
The forest gifted it to her.
This is fine.
Oh god.
Miranda's the best here.
Oh my goodness.
Penn just crit fails.
Oh, honey.
Remember what you said about it being funny when people roll low on survival?
Yeah.
Not everyone except Amaranth.
Okay.
You want to know what happens. Oh, hey, Amraf, you notice one of the little forest friends are actually pointing you in the right direction. That's the right direction, right? Yeah. Everyone else, you are so confused. You look around and wait. Where's Amraf?
Oh
no!
Wait,
What?
what?
Oh god, we lost. Oh no, we lost. Alright, this is fine. Amaranth!
Amraf, roll me a perception to see if you hear this.
Gosh.
Okay,
Well, Miss has moss in her face. She can't see. She's looking around, but she can't see.
Oh boy.
Honey, okay then. This is fine.
Let's just roll something real quick.
Oh dear.
Cool.
What were you rolling?
Let me just put the numbers in and then I'll tell you. So that was a whiz save.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
What's Roboto doing right now?
Panicking.
Everyone else who's here right now, roll me insight on Roboto.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
not very hard to do. He rolled a 9.
For all you know, someone will roll a nat 1.
Yeah, in this economy.
I'll
say
say
the
the
DC is a
DC is a
9.
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. I think I
Okay,
did that
all
wrong.
of you just make it.
I think I did that
Yep.
wrong. Hang on.
No, you did that correctly, unless you put the wrong modifier.
Yeah, I don't know how I did this. Let me try just one more time. Okay.
No, that's the same roll.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
The same
yeah.
roll.
Okay.
You can
Oh, wait,
keep.
I didn't
You
see
can
that one.
keep.
Okay,
You
sorry.
can keep the 13.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. Roboto isn't
Roboto?
looking the best. I'm gonna let Staria
Panicking.
explain that.
Well, okay. We split the party, and one of them is missing. Roboto's definitely starting to panic now. Because,
Yeah.
fucking fair weather, we've all been here.
Yeah. Nebula is. Nebula got an 18. He's gonna try and calm him down. Like, it'll be alright. We'll find her. It's okay.
Roman persuasion, I guess.
Yeah, do us.
Oh, good. He's got a +5 in that. I forgot about that. He doesn't often have to roll persuasion. That's a
Yep.
24.
Nice.
Yep, Roboto definitely calms down. With that, I'm not even gonna re-roll the save because there's a good chance he'll fail. But Roboto's definitely like taking a moment, and then he like actually calms down again. Just like
Nebula is
right.
repaying the favor for last night.
Yeah, for calming down.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is Amaranth still wearing her bells from Fair Weather, or has she taken the bell bracelet off at this point?
She hasn't. She's still wearing it.
So maybe we could try to hear her using the bells. Penn's gonna bring that idea up.
I'll say if you all decide to do that, roll me a perception.
Now we're getting good. We're getting good rolls again.
Good.
Perception.
Nebula, that was
Oh
crit
my
fail.
god.
Oh,
Alright,
Like
Nebula.
failed.
He cannot hear.
He is not hearing.
okay, so Nebula, you know nothing, Jon Snow. However, Penn and Roboto, you do in fact realize that, oh wait, Amaranth isn't that far off, must be just behind the tree. And I'm actually going to cut back over to Amaranth now.
I do want to say something really quick. Nebula contributed in calming Roboto down so Roboto could hear.
Yes. Look, Neb is doing amazing.
I'm just gonna say while we're walking, Penn's putting his own bell bracelet back on because he's realizing if he gets separated, he's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
So he's pulling out and putting back on his own bell bracelet so that if he gets lost, they can find him.
Yeah, I think Nebula will do the same.
Smart move.
The little Miss already like has bells. I actually didn't mention this earlier, though maybe I should have. But yeah, she has them around her other leg. But if anybody had done an insight, you probably would have seen that it's actually a broken snare that was just wrapped around her leg that had the bells on it.
Ooh, boy. Alright.
You guys remember the snare traps? Roboto got caught in one. It had those bells attached to it.
Shadow!
No.
Shadow, I'm gonna be real with you. That's something the doctor would have noticed and taken off.
I know I should have mentioned that earlier, but that was like a detail I added and then completely forgot about because like the first thing I added.
Okay,
There
I
we go.
will say they are actually off then, by virtue of what the doctor would have done and everyone else too, I imagine.
Yeah.
So,
She probably still keeps the bells, though.
okay. Get her an actual
An
Bracelet.
actual bracelet.
yeah.
Yeah.
The bells can be attached to.
Yeah.
And I will say then, so the rest of you have clocked where Amaranth is. Amaranth, while everyone else was like panicking a bit, you find someone in front of you.
Oh.
Oh.
They're about as big as Mr. Haunce's, and they're a white wolf.
Ooh.
Oh.
Immediately goes to pet it.
My
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Let me just roll something real quick.
Oh my god.
This is just, lady, what is your deception? It's a +1. Okay, if you want to roll me an insight, Amarath, if you want to see through this deception, but
An insight?
yes, an insight.
Okay, good. She has a 2 in that.
No go. For the viewers, essentially this white wolf is going, what the fuck? He was not expecting to be pets!
God.
Man.
Amaranth, funny.
I didn't pet her. I
Manners.
didn't pet it though.
I was just making a joke about the little miss wanting to pet it.
Oh wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, I misheard. Little Miss doesn't know the wolf is here.
No, I was just
Yeah, Little
making,
Miss
I was
isn't
making
there
a
yet.
joke, just like it was like, oh, something's fluffy in the forest. Little Miss is gonna be there petting it somehow.
You're okay. I thought you were Ray for a second there. Apologies.
No, it's okay.
Sorry about that, Ray. Then, question for you: what is Amarath's reaction to this big wolf? They appear to be standing in front of you.
Oh, why? She's smiling nervously.
Wait, is the wolf who's the wolf in front?
Of
Amaranth.
Amaranth, the rest of you don't know. This is like happening while Roboto's panic attack was going on.
Not a panic attack, just regular old panic.
Sure. Alright. Anyways, yeah, this is happening with just Amaranth. Nobody else realizes this is going on. Yeah, there's kind of a pause, and I'm just gonna roll something else real quick.
Oh, okay.
So that was a real big fail on the intimidation there. I think it's
It's a fluffy wolf. This is a fluffy dog.
A big fluffy dog.
A big fluffy dog.
Very
Pet it,
big
Amaranth.
fluffy
Go
dog.
pet it.
I think, okay, in this case, I think she was just thrown off with the hi, and there's like a pause before you get a, hey, who on earth are you and why are you in this forest?
My name is Amaranth Rosamel, and we need help.
With what specifically?
Well, one of our friends lost someone important.
You like get the impression that she's raising an eyebrow. She's just kind of watching you.
I have a question real quick.
Hmm?
Did Amaranth realize that she's alone?
Is that for me?
Roll me a perception, I guess.
Because Amaranth is separated from the party.
Perception. Wow.
That is a
you
dirty 20.
realize that you are on your own. But hey, the wolf does appear to be listening to you.
That's good.
But yeah, on that note, it seems like the wolf has raised an eyebrow. Like, go on, I'm listening.
So, we came here to. I mean, the forest is pretty, by the way.
There is a smug nod as like, you bet it is.
She's stalling.
You know what? Here I have a point of inspiration for that, Amaranth. Everyone else, I think this is where you cut onto the scene. Amaranth is there. What? She seems to be staring at the wolf, which, by the way, the wolf was not, like, speaking this. I need to re-find the feed, but,
Telepathic?
Yep. You're essentially being talked to telepathically.
Oh.
So, while you are speaking out loud, the wolf was not saying anything, technically. But yeah, everyone else, you walk back onto the scene. There is a giant wolf. And Amaranth speaking to them.
Amaranth, don't. And Roboto's like, kind of like rushing over to Amaranth. Don't get off like that.
I don't even know what happened.
This is immediately by
Suddenly,
the wolf
I'm
petting
like, all of a sudden, I'm alone and with this big wolf.
And Roboto now looking at this big wolf.
You also get the impression of a raised eyebrow.
Hi, I'm gonna assume you're also part of this forest.
You would be correct.
This whole time, Lotus just went right up to the wolf, is just petting it as this conversation's going on.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, Miss, no, okay.
Fluffy doggy.
Let's go, another deception. That's a free. You see an expression that is what the fuck. Okay then. Why is this tiny child in this forest? That's the kind of impression you're getting.
I think Roboto kind of like walks over, kind of like gently plucks little Miss away, and like picks her up. So she's like, "Come on, the wolf isn't comfortable with it."
She's like, oh, sad face.
Gotta ask for permission first.
Okay. Can I pet you?
There's a ... and the wolf is like, alright, I suppose.
And Roboto will put the little Miss down so she can pet to her heart's content.
Yes.
Miss is so happy.
It's a good life lesson to always ask for permission.
Yeah.
Which she immediately forgets about and just hugs one of the legs.
Oh my god.
Honey.
Oh, honey.
Oh.
I will say then on this note, I think the wolf is essentially sitting down. And is like looking at all of you. So, I was told that you're apparently here to help. And she just points towards the little miss. So, I wish for more details. What sort of help are you looking for and how do you wish to obtain it?
Roboto.
Nebula is just like,
Pen.
yeah. Nebula's just
Kinda.
frozen there looking at the little miss like, heck, we have not told her yet.
Can Pen sign it while the little miss is distracted so that she won't see?
Yeah, sure, the wolf, like, I will say, Pen, if you sign in front of the wolf does seem to understand you. So they know sign.
That's good. So Pen is gonna sign and explain that the little miss had a very important animal friend who gave his life trying to save them all from some kelpies that were trying to kill them. And the little miss has been very upset about it, and they were hoping to reincarnate the dear friend.
You're actually gonna get a pause from that, and like, you all came from Faire Weather, didn't you?
That obvious, huh?
Wow, you know about Faire Weather. I
Well-
guess you should know about Faire Weather.
Well, it helps to know the area a bit, especially when I protect this place. There's kind of a pause. And let me get you this piece of art then. Well, I suppose you've come to the right place. You seem decent enough.
Thank you.
Sorry, this is just taking me a bit to find.
Alright.
But I say the little miss is like climbing up the wolf now.
I'll say you are on the wolf's back, and there isn't a wolf there anymore. It's a lady.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
So right now, Little Miss is kind of clinging to her wolf skin, and
Wonderful.
she's. I need to double check how tall exactly she is, but she's like 5'6". So this forever imposing lady, going to be real, just kind of looks at you all and is like, well, you all seem decent enough, and you didn't damage this place, so you're far better than the last folks who came in here. Sure,
That
come on.
sounds like a story and a half, but let's probably sit for a different occasion.
You just get a sharp grin.
Yep.
And she,
He looks so, and he will not poke further.
She will say that the name's Sen. I'm the druid of this forest, and also
Nebula
internally
was about
she's
to ask that, so.
nice. Yeah. Also, Sen is internally looking at your button like, yes, the bullying target. Anyhow. She's actually gonna shuffle you all over, cause okay, so are there any more specifics you can tell me about this? She's also just gonna blatantly go, you here to get prosthetics for the kid too, considering Irontown makes pretty decent ones.
Probably, yeah.
If you're willing, sure.
Sure. We'd love a prosthetic for Little Miss.
Little Miss is
Not
continuing
fair
to cling to the back
to leave
of the
her like
biscuit.
that.
Yeah. Sen is going to be pretty nonchalant and is like, alright, well, that's gonna be up to you all later. I'll find us somewhere better to sit since this tends to take just a little bit. And I didn't have the energy to make another picture for this, but you do find a more open clearing. There's a lake here with an island in the middle, and Sen is going to look at you all and go, so I think you're aware then what reincarnate entails. Do you have the piece of the being you wish to come back?
And Roboto goes to the biz hey kid, can I see your staff for a second?
And she looks back. She's still clinging to the skin, just like, okay. And she reaches in her hammer space, tugs it out. I won't make her roll for it. Probably the only thing she has in there right now. And
Okay,
pull it out. And
we'll
give it
fix that.
She didn't leave Faire Weather with a lot of things. That was one of the main things that she has.
Well, now she has a plushie.
Yeah,
She has a whole plushie now.
That's right. She's the plushie and the staff. Now it's just the plushie. Then she looks around where'd the fluffy doggy go?
No.
Not very set up.
Robato's just she's still here. She just looks different.
Like how Tawney looks different when he needs to. Yes, I'm sure you know what that would implies.
That's fun.
I didn't hear all of it. Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
I was saying, she said how Tawney used to change their appearance when they needed to.
Oh, interesting.
Probably not like that. You familiar with magic? Druids?
I sure hope he would be.
He's talking to the little miss.
I know.
Trying
to explain how she trying to explain how Sen changed from wolf to human looking.
Oh, I know that. DM knowledge. Don't worry about it. Anyhow, Shadow. Does she know?
About the illusion?
No, magic and druids.
Oh, magic. She knows.
So I'm going to tell you right now, to anyone who is decently acquainted with magic, you'll realize that Sen was using wild shape.
Yeah, I mean, she did tell them she was a druid. That's why I'm saying Roboto asks the little miss if she was familiar with druids, because he wasn't gonna explain that, druids can do funky things that makes them, can make them turn into animals.
Yeah, I was saying that Little Miss herself is supposed to be a druid, it's just she's never actually used any magic or have used any of her druid abilities because, she doesn't really know how. She never had anyone tell her or show her. So she could probably wild shape too, and she'd be so excited when she figures that out. But right now, she is all smiles, head empty.
Gosh.
Valid.
We love her.
And so, no, she understands with Tawney, when Tawney had used their illusion to disguise themselves. That's probably the extent of what she understands. So she assumes this is the same thing.
Yeah, not quite, kid. What I do is a little bit different.
It's oh. And she's still going to continue to cling.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, she's still cling. Okay, yeah, you're shooed off to an area, and just Sen is going to think for a moment and go, I guess the kid can keep on clinging. And she's actually going to go prepare what she needs to. She has taken the staff.
Nebula is going to take Little Miss aside to start explaining things. Although, if she's clinging, I'm not sure if he'd do that immediately next to Sen, or
you could just peel her off like Velcro,
Yeah.
Get her clinging to Nebula instead.
Oh,
like a like how you see in a koala, you just hold them up to something, they kind of grab onto it just automatically.
Gosh.
You hold
Gosh.
her, hold her up to somebody, and she'll just reach over. And
Gosh. All right. He'll pick her up then and say, "Oh, we come here." And I think he's gonna like walk off to, like, still in sight, but kind of a bit off to the distance to, yeah. So to not like interrupt the preparations or anything.
Yeah. According to this, casting time is about an hour. So
yeah. So they'll plenty of
this is
time to.
yeah, this is y'all's chance to like get some chatting in before I do this roll.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be like, so we're getting Tawney back now, but they're almost certainly going to look different. Do you know what reincarnation is, by any chance?
she tilts her head, and I should probably make a roll to see if
Roll me Arcana.
Probably. Yeah.
Arcana. Oh, that was 0. So
I'd say it's either Arcana or History if it's something she would have read before in her previous place of staying.
I'll try History because that's still the same thing as Arcana. She's not very smart. She's not smart.
She's a child.
Love her anyways.
She's not gained much.
Oh, 17.
Well, that's still 17.
Okay.
Cool.
You definitely know the meaning of the word, and while you don't get magic very well, you think you've heard maybe some adults sometimes speak about it.
Yeah, like
So you can make a vague guess.
Yeah. That's what we'll call it, a vague guess of what reincarnation is. It's just somebody who is passed on and has now come back. And possibly reborn. She probably heard a story of somebody being like coming back as a baby and then growing up and then realizing, oh, I was somebody else in this in a previous life. So she's imagining a baby Tawney.
Oh, honey.
Like a little
Does she
fawn.
have like much of a reaction to the implication that Tawney has died?
At first, no, because she's just too thought about the, Tawney being a little baby fawn again. It's like, I get to pet Tawney. Tawny's gonna be a baby. But then it's kind of like, wait.
Oh, no.
And she's like, are you saying, is Tawney not, is Tawney? And she's like trying to grasp the words because she doesn't know how to say it because she doesn't want to believe it that, like, I'm gonna ask if Tony's gonna be like reborn, like they're not here because they're about to be born.
Yeah, Nebula's going to take her hands, and he's going to say, Tawny saved us back there, but they sacrificed themselves in the process. But I promise we're going to get them back. We're here to reincarnate them, and they're probably not going to be a kelpie or even a deer when they do. But they will be here, I promise.
Little Miss is probably trying to grasp that concept, but like, wait, Tawny's not gonna be a deer? All she's ever known was Tawney as being a deer. Well, and something else, but you get the idea. 4 legs, hooves.
Yeah.
Dragging people into water.
We're gonna skip that part of her history.
and the water was actually a secret place.
Yes. Yes, it was. That was a place you guys didn't get to go to. You went in another place in the second one, but yeah. No. Okay, so she's probably a bit confused by this. I mean, she knows that she's gonna be Tawney again, so she can't be sad because they're coming back, but she's trying to process. It's like if you see if you ever seen a loading screen, kind of like
Oh, kiddo.
Yeah.
kind of imagine that going on.
She's a Toon. Is that actually visible?
It probably is.
Oh, honey.
Gosh.
See the word processing beneath it. 2%,
He
3%, drops back down to 2%.
4.3.5%.
12%.
he's going to I think gather her up into like a loose hug and say it will still be them, even if they look different. It will still be Tawney.
And the processing symbol goes away, and she's just gonna decide to accept his words, and gives him a hug back. It's like, okay, I believe that.
He smiles, squeezes her. It says, "Good." The process is supposed to take around an hour or so it's going to be some time. We do not want to interrupt Sun while she's doing this. But we can sit here and wait. It'll be some time, but they'll be back.
And she just nods and continues to cling.
I think then he's gonna like kind of rejoin the group. Yeah.
Does did the little miss give Roboto the staff that has the horn on it?
Yes.
That staff is currently with Sen, actually, because she needs it for finishing the spell.
Because I didn't know if it was actually transferred over. Okay.
Yeah, no, he took.
I have zoned out.
Nebula took the little miss after she started preparing for the spell.
Okay.
I will say while you all wait that, I'd say you all have a short rest, but you technically don't need that. But this is effectively a short rest. You're all able to eat. More of the little forest spirits come on over and just vibe around you.
Oh.
I think at some point there's like you look at Roboto, he's normal. You look away and then you look back at him, and there's probably like 3 spirits on his head.
You can see one is trying to climb one of his antennae.
Roboto seems to be unbothered. I think he just takes out his Rubik's cubes again. Rubik's cube. God, that was terrible mispronunciation.
I mean, I'm sure he has a second one. The first one is still dog-shaped.
Yeah, he probably has multiple. Give it time. It'll go back to normal eventually.
Little does he know, it does not.
It does.
The little miss is trying to pick up some of the spirits. We're trying to play with them.
Oh.
One does allow itself to be picked up. It seems some prefer not to be touched, so they simply disappear before she gets too close, before they reappear.
Oh. At least she got to play with one.
Yeah. Amaranth starts singing a song or humming.
Oh.
Roll me performance, Amaranth.
Oh,
For funsies, to see how well you do. I'll let you do it with advantage, even.
okay. What the heck? She's usually very good at it.
I will take that 12 then. Possibly it's because you're in a forest, so it's a little odd at times how the music seems to not spread so far. But a couple of birds have come down to witness you play.
Oh.
Seems they were curious.
Amaranth smiles at them.
And Penn, how are you doing right now?
I think Penn is trying to offer some of the fruit they got to some of these spirits, because they're guests or whatever in the forest. It's polite to give a gift. Not sure if the spirits are going to take it, but
You know what? Some of them do take it, and you don't, like, a little bit later, you don't know how, Penn, but you have a flower, like, just kind of perched on your head now. It's the same kind of glowy, pretty flower from before.
oh my gosh,
Oh.
that's so cute. Yeah,
Fair trade, no?
Aww. Penn is mostly just happy that the little miss doesn't seem too upset.
Valid.
She's still moving around trying to get to the other spirits, but like seeing how they disappear and then reappear somewhere else. She'll move over to them. It's kind of like a game.
Oh. Oh.
She's got that one like on her head. Just put them on.
Oh. Yes. Very faintly in the distance from the spirits, you hear a gas, gas, gas as little misses are running around.
Throttling you.
Love you too. I think I can add some silly in here.
Yeah.
And I will say there's kind of a clap, and for those here that are more magically inclined, you can sense something's going down. And let me drop this table for you all so you can see.
Boy, what you get?
Just give me a moment as I copy all of this.
Today in Toonkind D&D, we joined a lottery.
You do?
I'll leave it this time. We're doing stuff with lives.
It's fine.
No, I'm worried now.
Oh, this is just a reincarnate spell. I made a custom made table.
It's still 4 hoops.
What if it was a servitor?
So I'm going to say right now for
Some kind of a
funsies, there's a servitor now sitting here.
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yes!
So hey, Shadow.
Yeah.
How is Tawney feeling right now?
Tawney opens her eyes, just takes a breath, and looks around. Has a look, just probably just like, what the f? Like, that's probably what you can read.
The scene is like, yeah, it'd be like that. There's like a pause, and You have some people who are waiting for you, and she's just going to nod in the direction of the others and let it be.
Yeah, Nebula.
From where he's sitting, probably covered in spirits now. Just like, gotta have you back.
Yeah, Nebula gets Little Miss's attention and points. He's like, "Look."
And she looks at and she like doesn't recognize at first. Like, wait a minute, where did this person come from?
Maybe.
Like, wait, it's like Tawney, and then the centaur takes a breath and then says this, Deirdre, and now you know the Little Miss's name, Deirdre.
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 Oh, that's so cute.
Can you spell that?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Please,
I am
please.
serious.
Right. Sorry, there's a certain way to spell it. Give me just a second. Relook that up. But
That's all right.
that's the first thing they say, and then they run to hug each other.
Oh,
And
Lance.
it's one of those. It's one of those reunions you see on TV.
Nebula has such a wide grin on his face.
Amaranth also does, just to her ears.
Aww.
And I think Revolve eyes has brightened up like a smidge, but they have brightened up.
I kind of missed the first part you said. Sorry,
I just said Roboto's eyes brightened up a tiny bit upon seeing these two hug.
Aww.
Yeah. Ken is very happy watching that. I don't know how that expresses physically. Man can't smile, but with his eyes you can tell he would be.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aw.
Aww.
Nebula is feeling a sort of kinship towards Tawney because, hey, back from the dead. Same hat.
Oh god. We have two undead in this party. Well, technically not undead, but like were dead and now not. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Nebula does count as undead still because of the way that, yeah.
Skeleton Man.
Yeah.
Skeleton Man.
Skeleton Man.
Aww.
Sister Skeleton Man. Give me up,
Skeleton Man and a centaur walk into a bar.
They're both dead.
They're both dead.
Well, no longer dead, I guess.
They died but got better.
Yeah.
I thought you died. It got better.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
If I had a nickel for every dead person that died and got better here, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of concerning. But it's a second. But it happened twice already.
In your lifetime.
I mean, if you want more nickels, I'm sure it can be arranged.
No. Already having nickel shenanigans in this server. Look, with hex.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I think as DM, I'm allowed to scare you all a little bit.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just a little.
The treat.
With all of this happening now, though, there is actually a pretty clear path over to Ironworks. And Sam is pretty happy to leave you all be. She's just like, well, glad that's sorted. I'm like, she's essentially going to go find her boyfriend then. And just let things be. You have your way forwards now. What you do, it's up to you. But it's gonna be okay.
Can I just say the little miss goes up to her and just like gives her a hug?
Aww.
You get a pat on the head.
Mhm.
She's kind of awkward about it, admittedly, but you do get a pat on the head.
Aww. And just gives her a thank you. And she's gonna let go and run back to Tawney because she's been missing Tawney.
No worries. Good luck on your travels.
Tawney nods at her and also like you can see gratitude like in their face.
Hmm.
And they pick up the little miss. And yep, now it's
Good.
just riding on her back.
Aww.
I guess there is like a lot of things for Tony to figure out. Also, hey, you have more limbs now.
Yeah,
You're probably offered a shirt.
probably.
You're probably offered a shirt. Like Stan has an old one laying about. It's like a plain white shirt, a little tattered, but it'll do the job.
Tony's never worn clothes before, so it's like they struggle and they get their head through the sleeve. And their other arm is sticking out from the other one. They're like, what? Did I
Puts
do
his
this
hand
right?
in his hands and then goes to help Tawney.
Beloved.
Does Tawney have antlers to worry about?
Yeah, that's a legit question.
I'm gonna say that at this point, no. Tawny actually lost their antlers and fortunately didn't get them back because one of them was
They'll
on
grow
the
back.
staff. The other one's, it might grow back a little bit. One's on the staff, and then the other one is actually still fused to the little miss. Y'all probably didn't see it, but she does have a little tiny antler poking out of her hair.
Oh
my
gosh. Man.
Yeah. But with all of that, I'll say it's starting to get a little late, so you are all able to get to town safely. And in fact, you do find a mechanic. So it takes a little bit, but the prosthetic is settled down on for the little miss. There are probably some shenanigans that go down. Including getting Tony a whole outfit.
Yes.
And also introducing them to this concept called arms.
There's that whole gag of in a dressing room trying out different outfits and everyone shaking their head or nodding.
Yeah.
Action montage.
And at one point, they're given a salad and they just lean down and just start eating it without using it.
Roboto's hands once again in his hands.
Little Miss does the same, and the waiter there is like, yes, like parent, like daughter.
Like parent, like child.
Gosh.
Roboto's just like, no. Roboto, looks at them, looks at the others. So who's gonna teach them? I don't think I should be the one lecturing them about food, considering he points to his face, which has no mouth. Can't eat.
Amaranth just looks at her hooves and says, unless you want mistakes.
Oh, he looks at Ped and Nebula.
I guess Nebula takes up where he's like, all right, okay.
How is this whole party so bad at eating?
We're all disasters. Actually, Roboto, after the clear pause, just all right, we're all disasters, right?
Yeah, Nebula will start attempting to teach them how to use utensils.
Ben can help. He knows how to use utensils. It's just like once you get to the step of having the utensil at your face, he can't help there.
For him, it just disappears because Toon logic, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's holding 1 second. He's holding like a fork full of salad in front of his face, and then it's gone.
And then you blink.
He can't help you with that
always-
step.
And you always blink whenever he puts it close enough so you can't see.
Technically, Amaranth can use utensils, but it's weird.
Don't think about it.
Yeah,
Don't think about it too hard.
Nebula, you're our only hope.
apparently.
Tony is trying to grab.
Gosh. What should I roll? What should I roll to see how well this teaching goes?
Oh,
Sleight
God.
of hand.
Sleight of hand
Performance.
or performance? Okay.
Actually, both. I
Whichever
think.
is better.
Performance is better. I'll do that. That's a 13.
Can we
Decent.
give the help action?
Yeah, you can.
give
Yeah.
the help action.
Okay, Nebula, you have advantage.
21.
Nice.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
I would say Tawny does like watching Nebula. It kind of starts to grasp it, like holding the fork awkwardly and kind of like stabbing into the salad, holding it up, like trying to like figure out how to twist the wrist around, like or like how do I hold this? Eventually, they kind of start to get it, and then next to them, the little miss is now wearing the bowl on their head, like raises their paw, and it's just like, what do I do if I ate this fork? Did I?
Don't eat the
You-
fork, please.
Did I feel?
Do agree.
You notice the fork is gone.
Oh no.
God.
Pen is just what the Pen is blue screening. He's like, what the fuck?
And now Nebula has his head in his hands.
Yeah, Roboto was having holding his head the whole time. Like he may have like taken his head out of his hands to like look at them, but at every development he puts his head back in his hands again.
Amaranth is just staring like, how the hell did you mess that up that badly? Terrible job, super shit.
See, the
Just
thing is, they're two,
skills.
so like it might be fine, it might not be. It depends.
I think Pen is
like,
gonna
Tony
try
reaches over, like,
smacking. Pen is gonna try smacking Deirdre on the back to see if she like coughs it up.
Oh, she does. You pat her on the back, like, or whack her on the back. You just cough, and then it's the fork comes out.
Just imagine it tink as it goes onto the plate.
Pen is standing there like, I can't believe that worked.
Tony gives her another pat just for you know, just to make sure. She coughs again, and another fork comes out. And she looks at this one like, oh, I was looking for that. She grates it and puts it in her hand.
Roboto
In the
is just
background, there's just a waiter who's staring.
Roboto's
Pen's head
just
is in
doing
his hands
this
now.
at this point. And it's
Just
just
pray
like,
your hands.
yeah, next time, eat the actual edible things, not the utensils. Please, that's not good for you.
And I'm like, okay. She's like, looks all sad.
What a robot knows how to eat.
The robot had someone the robot had known a human for like what 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fair.
The robot
You don't have to eat to know that you shouldn't eat things that aren't food.
yeah. But also, the human Roboto spent 50 years with is an old man, which doesn't do all this bullshit.
Well, on the bright side, Toons are a bit immune to the hopefully damaging part of this, so it's fine.
I'm eating a fucking fork.
2 forks.
It's her fork now.
I don't know. She gave the first
Greedy
one
with
back.
the meal.
Tawny's currently stabbing their soup with a fork.
Tawney, no!
I do want to mention if Tawney was having trouble with the wrist movement, then Nebula will have taken their hand and kind of guided it this is how you twist the wrist.
It's like oh, I have thumbs now.
Opposable thumbs.
Opposable thumbs.
Surprise.
Time we're holding it with 2 hands, just flat together, just at first, just
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
They're now stabbing a large steak without even cutting it and just holding it up to
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, that you had to cut into pieces first.
Cut
it.
He will.
Put it down.
He is not going to let Tawney use the sharp knife yet. He will cut the pieces. He will cut the pieces.
That used to be a kelpie. They used to eat meat, so just puts it down and then leans down, just over it, just starts biting off chunks of it. And it's not to try to feed the little miss because that's how they used to feed them.
Gosh.
Roboto's just don't. She has her own food. Eat yours.
Do
you need help with cutting it?
Just kind of slurps it up and just swallows it whole.
Oh, wonderful!
Once again, head and hands.
Now
this is just the next arc for these two, learning how to maybe not quite human, but
learning how to people.
Yeah, learning how to people.
Hey,
eat this like a person.
Morsi, looking at the table again, the Toonkind options are separate. So this is a real kind servitor then? Would it be? All right, wonderful.
This this is straight up a bunch of references. So Shadow, whenever you decide to make Tawny's sheet, their race will be Centaur. So
okay,
flavored as a servitor, but yeah.
All right, I will. I already have an idea in mind. I just need to draw it.
Hello.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I love Day. I love this entire party and these two unsocialized dorks.
Yes.
Shall we actually end it here? Things are a bit more cheery. There is chaos going down at this restaurant. But it's okay.
Yes, we can. Just end it on just Tawney is holding the meat down with the fork and just kind of biting off chunks of it. It's look, my manners have improved. I'm using the fork.
Roboto is giving a thumbs up, but it's...
What a wondrous item you gave me.
Progress.
And he's just it. Progress. We'll work on that. We'll work on that little Deirdre.
And Amaranth is just I'm staring. This is like a train wreck. I cannot look away.
Accurate.
She's got her hooves clasped together next to her face, underneath her
prayer
face.
handing.
and the little miss is just raising their paw again, and they just what does it mean if I accidentally ate the menu?
How did I accidentally eat the menu?
She
She was just eating and she
Yes,
grabbed
menu.
something and started eating it and then realized, like, wait a minute, this isn't food. And she looks at it. It's like, oh, that was the menu.
Well,
It's
it's
like,
like,
did I get an
you
F?
don't eat paper, you look at the menu and choose food from the menu.
It's like, since I ate half of it, does that mean I have to get half of it?
No,
Oh, you could
we'll
probably
just get a new menu.
I want to say that I in real life have my head in my hands right now.
Yeah.
So do I.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
normal for a while.
Pen is
Yeah.
just
This sheltered,
staring.
uneducated child.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We love her, but
Alright.
also child.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Man, I think on that note, then we are able to zip away as the chaos goes down. And thank you, everyone, for indulging me and letting me kick off this next part of your plot. Thank you for being
Thank
wonderful
you.
players.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Morsky.
running this
for this.
game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morsky, for
Thank you
fixing
for
the,
being
for
here.
giving us a fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. We need the fluff.
We
No
really
worries.
needed it, yeah?
We sorely needed
Okay.
this.
Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording here if you want me to. Or the backup
Thank
recording.
you, everyone who's going to listen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.